This week on Beacon Web News, Robert Wehry tells us what events to check out in North Adams. Mei Craig tells us all about a new nature grant. And Cara Fusco fills us in on how the men's basketball team did as they closed out their season.
Got off to a really strong start. I think that helped them.
That's all coming up next on Beacon Web News. Hello and welcome to the March 4th episode of Beacon Web News. I'm Sim Kerr. SAC is hosting this new tradition of showing your Trailblazer spirit by wearing MCLA colors or your favorite Trailblazer gear every Friday starting March 6th. The Identity and Gender Equality Resource Center is hosting a documentary showing of We Exist Beyond the Binary. The documentary gives first-hand experience as to what it's like being outside the gender binary. The documentary will be shown in Murdoch Room 218 at 3 p.m. on March 6th. If you've submitted a video, then you'll get a chance to see it Friday, March 6th at the Free Library for the YouTube Festival viewing party from 7 to 9 p.m. All are welcome. There'll be prizes for Best in Show and an Audience Favorite Award. Prizes include a $25 gift card to the North Adams Movieplex and a movie prize pack. After working at MCLA for 5 years, Vice President of Administration and Finance Larry Behan will be leaving. Behan has taken a job in Concord, Massachusetts, bringing him closer to his family, the school said in a statement announcing his resignation. His last day will be on April 3rd. It's a busy week around the Berkshire County for entertainment, and on this week's episode of Wehry Weekly Entertainment, Robert Wehry discusses the events that are happening both around the county and right here on campus. Over to you, Robert.
Thanks, Sim. Welcome to this week's episode of Wehry Weekly Entertainment News. Might be a quiet week for movies, but there are still many entertainment events happening all across Berkshire County this weekend. It's a busy time for concerts, plays, and stand-up performances. First, the MCLA Theater Company is putting on their first show of the semester, Top Dog / Underdog. This Pulitzer Prize-winning drama from Susan Laurie Parks asked the question, what does the American dream mean? The Fine and Performing Arts Company has been hard at work, so go out and support your fellow students. This version is directed by MCLA artist-in-residence Rodney Creech. Top Dog Underdog opens on Friday, March 6th, and will run through Thursday, March 12th. Times for the show vary. Visit MCLA Ticket Leap to see all times and purchase tickets. Tickets are free for all MCLA students, but there is limited seating. Next, Becca Blackwell will be performing stand-up at Mass MoCA. He is a transgender actor, performer, and writer who deals with the struggles of his difficult youth. He injects humor into this very tough situation. Becca Blackwell will be performing on Saturday, March 7th in Club B10 at Mass MoCA. The performance starts at approximately 8 o'clock. Tickets for the event cost $15. Visit massmoca.org to purchase your tickets. This stand-up performance is meant for mature audiences only. Root Shock will be taking the stage this weekend at the Hilo Club. They are a reggae band from Syracuse, New York, known for their conscious, soulful, and uplifting music. This is Root Shock's second performance at the Hilo. They were guest performers this past October. Root Shock will be performing at the Hilo on Friday, March 6th. The concert is scheduled to start at 8 p.m. Tickets for the show cost $8 in advance and $10 at the door. Visit hilonorthadams.com to purchase your tickets ahead of time. Finally, Clark Art is hosting a Clark Art Gallery Talk throughout the spring 2020 semester. In this gallery talk, a member of Clark's education team will lead a guided tour through the art galleries of the museum. There, visitors can learn about the various works located there, in addition to the history of the museum, which is celebrating its 70th anniversary since its opening in 1950. The Clark Art Gallery Talks are taking place every Saturday through June 2020. The museum is located on 225 South Street in Williamstown. These talks are an all-day event. All Clark Art events are free to MCLA students with a valid ID. That ends this week's episode of Wehry Weekly Entertainment News. I'll be back every week to discuss the many concerts, art exhibits, movies, and more going on in North Adams and surrounding towns. Back over to you, Sim.
And here are your top stories from the latest edition of The Beacon. Michael Obasahan, MCLA's Associate Director of Readiness and Success, has returned to MCLA after some time away. SAC will be hosting their second talent show on Saturday, March 7th at 8 p.m. in the Church Street Center Social Hall, giving students a chance to showcase their talents for the MCLA community. MCLA's cheerleading team has qualified for its first ever competition. The competition will take place on March 28th in Rhode Island. The English department is accepting student applications until March 15th for the MCLA's Under 27 Writers Residency Program. This will give students a chance to work with a professional writer and gain hands-on experience in arts management and writing. For more information on any of these stories, you can pick up your copy of The Beacon in many locations around campus or visit www.theonlinebeacon.com. Governor Charlie Baker's administrators decided to grant $260,000 in grant money to 10 towns in western Massachusetts so they can improve tourism as an economic development strategy. Adams received $20,000, and reporter Mei Craig talked with some town leaders about what the grant money will be used for.
North Adams just recently received a $20,000 grant to fund their nature tourism program. Tourism Director Susie Helms fills us in on all the upcoming plans.
What we would like to do is we haven't put a lot of our own personal resources towards the trail mapping of the assets, the natural assets in North Adams. So what we're looking to do, there's already trail maps available for the different assets we have in North Adams. We'd like to do a more comprehensive trail mapping system so they all have a similar look and feel together. We'd like to connect them all, so we're looking to make a map available that connects the different natural resources and then also the other assets somebody that's interested in those natural resources might need. So if you're going on the Appalachian Trail but then you need to go to the grocery store or would like to go get a bite to eat, or it's a rainy day and you want to go to the movies, like being able to connect those natural resources to the other assets in our community that they might be interested in to help boost the nature tourism. North Adams is we're small enough and we have enough resources that you could visit several in one day or spend a weekend going to all of them. We have the Cascades Trail, which is over on the west end of town. It's a really simple hike to a really gorgeous waterfall. We are one of the portal entries for the Mohawk and Mountain Greylock State Reservation and all of their trails. We are an Appalachian Trail community. We also are the Hoosick Range is in North Adams. There's trailheads there, and the Windsor Lake trails. I mean, we have plenty of hiking and trails if you want to go somewhere in North Adams.
Aside from North Adams, other towns within Western Mass will be using the $20,000 grant to support the Mohawk Trail Woodland Partnership.
Received $20,000. Williamstown received $20,000. Adams received $20,000. We're all using the money for different projects, but they're all related to the Mohawk Trail Woodland Partnership grant. I mean, the outcome would be that both residents and visitors to our community feel like it's easier for them to access those natural resources, that they find the information more quickly, they find it more useful and easier to navigate, and that it boosts the tourism based on our outdoor activities. Less about getting the people to North Adams than about once they're in North Adams, making sure they have access to these resources, that they know about them and that they're easy to get to.
In Web News, I'm Mei Craig.
A correction on the last piece, North Adams received the $20,000 grant, not the town of Adams. MCLA's next Accepted Students Day will be taking place on Saturday, March 7th. Club members are encouraged to help run the many tables for the students. This will be an all-day event. Come help show prospective students why they should come to MCLA. MCLA's student-run literary journal Spires is now accepting spring open submissions. Submissions will be reviewed anonymously and considered for publication in the 2020 journal. Submit as a Word document to spires@mcla.edu. Make sure to get it in before the March 8th deadline. Hosted by the Susan B. Anthony Center, the Women's Center will be celebrating International Women's Day on Monday, March 9th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the Campus Center Marketplace. IGE will be selling pride flags on Monday, March 9th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the Campus Center Marketplace. Sizes will range from large to small, and there will be a variety of pride flags to choose from. The 2020 Senior Class Council will be offering a free educational session on Tuesday, March 10th in Sullivan Lounge from 7 to 8:30 p.m. It will be provided by Tapestry and hosted by a local harm reduction counselor. The education session will talk about Tapestry's mission and how to get better access to Narcan. MCLA is hosting a no-stress networking event. MCLA students are invited to join staff and MCLA alumni for an interactive night of practice networking to build the skills needed to promote professional relationships. No-stress networking will be taking place on Wednesday, March 11th from 5:30 to 7 p.m. To register, visit alumni.mcla.edu. Students recently had a chance to de-stress before midterms with barn babies. Reporter Antoinette Webster got to see some cute baby animals and asked students how it helped them.
Welcome to the 7th annual Barn Babies event. As you can see behind me, there's a room full of cute baby animals, ranging from puppies to kittens to baby goats, baby pigs, and chickens. Crystal, who is a part of SAC, gives us an insider on how Barn Babies actually started on campus.
So the original idea was from a girl who was president of SAC. She wanted to bring shelter animals to the campus, but she found out that there's a lot of liability and things like that involved. So they did some research and they found this company that brings out baby farm animals, and it's just been working for us ever since.
Taylor Skinner, who works for Barn Babies, gives us more information on the organization.
So the company's name is Barn Babies. We're a traveling petting zoo. We're based over in Lakeville, Mass, about 3 hours away. The owner, she started 26 years ago, and we kind of just really train and socialize these different animals while they get homes lined up. So like she'll more or less borrow from the breeders, we'll train, do different pet therapy events, everything from like a nursing home to a school, and then they'll stay with us for a little bit and then head to their forever homes. So it's definitely a win-win for pet therapy.
I have animals at home, and you know, when you're at college, like, you can't go home every week to like hang out with your cats or dogs, and so this is a really nice way to be able to like hang out with animals that are really, really cute. And it's also a really nice stress reliever to just like sit and play with pigs or goats or kittens, and they're all adorable.
I really like the kittens. I have cats at home, and it's just like it makes me feel like I'm at home.
I really like Mountain Dew here. She's so cute. I'm allergic to fur, so like I'm happy that I could like take my medicine and just like touch these babies because they're so cute. And like I'm away from home, and like I just miss cats. I miss dogs, and they got a whole pig. Like, it's just nice because we're not in our room. We're not in our heads. We have a whole other thing to do. You know, be with our friends and be with like little babies over here and stuff.
This event was put on by SAC and Barn Babies. It was meant to help students de-stress for midterms. And I think it's safe to say that it worked. Right, Sandy? I'm Antoinette Webster from Beacon Web News.
Interested in being in the 18th Annual Undergraduate Research Conference? Submit an abstract for your work by March 13th. Go to www.mcla.edu/URC for more information on how to apply. The conference will take place on Thursday, April 23rd. The spring break trip to Boston will be on March 13th at 4 p.m. The bus will be leaving MCLA to bring students to Alewife Station in Cambridge. If you would like to sign up or want more information, you can go to the RPS office located in Townhouse 89. A round-trip ticket will cost $70. The Christian Fellowship welcomes you to their Sunday service, which will be hosted on March 22nd from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. in Sullivan Lounge with special guest evangelist Destiny Saunders. Senior Day packages will be on sale from Monday, March 23rd until Friday, April 10th. Seniors should be expecting emails for a link to sign up and purchase the packages in the upcoming weeks. If you have any questions, email Natty Burfield at nattyburfield@mcla.edu. Any students interested in fine and performing arts, listen up. MCLA Arts Management is hosting Step It Up. This workshop will discuss ways to explore artistry for a career in music, art, and theater. The event will be on April 3rd from 3 to 5 p.m. To buy tickets for this workshop, visit mcla.ticketleap.com. There is limited seating for this event. Tickets are currently on sale for MCLA's 125th anniversary dinner. All ticket purchases will support the MCLA 125 Elevating Lives Fund, which will help current MCLA students with their education. The keynote speaker will be MCLA alum Janine Driver, class of 1992. The dinner is scheduled for Saturday, April 25th. To register for the dinner, visit alumni.mcla.edu and click on 125th Celebration Event. The MCLA men's basketball team made it to the semifinals of the MASCAC, and Cara Fusco was able to ask what got the team there this season.
The MCLA men's basketball team has had a memorable season, from Chris Becker's winning layup with 2 seconds to spare to going to the MASCAC semifinals. It is no question that this season has been different from previous seasons, but with the loss of the semifinal game versus Worcester State, the MCLA's men's basketball team has put an end to their season.
I think the men's basketball team got off to a really strong start. I think that helped them. They have a very balanced scoring attack, 5-6 players that could put up double digits, which is something they haven't had in recent years. And I think that ultimately was their driver to get off to a really good start. They won some games early, I think, to kind of give them some confidence, and really had a pretty good season.
I just think you love to see Keyshawn Monroe this year. He really improved on stepping up his game, the senior point guard, and he just affected all facets of the game, whether it was shooting, rebounding, passing, defense. He's just an outstanding senior leader that had a great effect on the game. Also having Noah Yearsley back in the mix for the Trailblazers as their top scorer, he also did a phenomenal job.
There was a couple of really good games. Obviously, the ones that stick out, Westfield State, when they went to 6-0 and beat Westfield at the buzzer on a Quentin Gittins, buzzer beater was certainly one of the highlights of the season. Also, the playoff game that we hosted with Fitchburg State was a very well played game. It came down to the wire. Chris Becker made a layup. I think with like 2 seconds left to put that one away. So ultimately some pretty exciting basketball. It was good for the fans, it was good for the student athletes, and just created a pretty good experience on campus.
Overall, they moved the ball well. They were a cohesive unit. And as we saw, during certain games, they were able to get it done down the stretch. So you love to see that. No fear. The Trailblazers have a lot of key guys coming back, so you like to see them win the MASCAC championship and then make a run in the NCAAs.
I think it's just it's an exciting product. It's a very fan-friendly sport to watch. And even in Division III athletics, you get some very athletic folks out there competing, and I think that's one thing that always gets overlooked. Is just the sheer size and athleticism that some of the folks, not only our team, but some of the visiting teams that come in to the Amsler Campus Center showcase. So a great atmosphere, something to do in the winter as well. It's cold, but indoors the atmosphere is always great in there, and hopefully we can grab some fans for next year.
The MCLA men's basketball semifinal game versus Worcester State ended in a score of 76-96, making the men's basketball team end their season at 15-11.
Due to many concerns of the coronavirus outbreak, the officials from Lenox High School decided to cancel the upcoming field trip that was supposed to happen on Friday. The students were supposed to go to Washington, D.C. The officials of the school are disappointed that they had to cancel the trip, but they are reminding the students and faculty that it was to ensure their safety. Authorities are investigating the death of a 54-year-old Pittsfield man, Rodney Sumner, after being hit by the eastbound train on February 25th, shortly after 4 p.m. Investigators believe that Sumner was observing the nearby construction and could not get out of the way in time. Police are investigating Sumner's death as accidental. On Saturday, February 29th at 5:12 a.m., there was a call for a fire at the corner of Katy and North Street. The house is owned by Edward Rich. The fire was through the roof when the fire department had gotten there. By 6:20 a.m., the fire was mostly out. The cause of the fire is unknown at this time. That's it for this week. To stay up to date with BWN, you could follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/MCLABWN. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.